Okay, we're going to cover over the final two items that you want to put into your profile. Now, of all the things to put in, these are not as important as some of the other things like your video, your portfolio, etc. But they can't hurt. And to be fair, you should at least try to fill in the blanks. So let's go ahead and start with certifications first. If you go into your profile, you'll see at the bottom they have certifications in there. Now, if you have a Credly certification, which I would highly recommend you get, then by all means import it in there. I will tell you that especially for new freelancers on the platform, having some form of third-party validation that you have a certificate is absolutely fantastic. Or you can add one manually in there. Now, manual is kind of nice because you can go in and let's say you're Adobe certified. Well, they have Adobe certified expert, and isn't that nice? And you can go ahead and put that in there, and you can put your verification code if you have one and make it happen. Now, what if you don't have something in the list here? In other words, you go to add it manually and they don't have something that you are looking for. Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look at something like HubSpot design certification. Well, these are the HubSpot ones, but maybe I want to add my own certification. Well, you can do that by clicking the Add a Custom Certification link. And in this place, you can create up your own certification. So let me tell you where this matters. I know that LinkedIn has certifications out there, don't they? So wouldn't it be nice to take those certifications you earned on LinkedIn and put them into your actual platform? And unfortunately, there's no way to really do that natively. In fact, if we go in here and I type in LinkedIn, you'll see that there's nothing found for LinkedIn. But I can add my own custom certification and put that certificate name that I earned from LinkedIn. You would put in the provider LinkedIn. You'd put in what the description is, when it was issued, if it expires, and any ID or certification URL. So if you have earned certifications on other platforms, that's not a bad thing to add. It's not hugely important, but I think if you've got it, might as well flaunt it. So let's go ahead and add in those custom certifications if you don't have them, or go ahead and pick from the list and then put in your actual details as they are instructing you inside of Upwork. Okay, that's number one. Number two is employment history. Now, this is interesting because I've started to see that Upwork on the client side is actually showing your prior employment history. Now, this is going to give a leg up to all of you newbies out there who are new to the platform, who may be like, hey, I've got 15 years of experience, but I'm brand new to the platform. How do I show that off? Well, add your employment history in here. So you can just go through clicking the plus button and adding it in. Now, what's nice is that this actually is shown to the client when you go and submit your proposals and they open up those cover letters and start reading your profile information. So go ahead and take some of that experience that you have and put it in here. I just think it's, again, it really takes you no time at all. I mean, if you've done it on LinkedIn, you can certainly do it here. And then you just put in the basics, you know, the company name, city, state, country, title, how long you've been doing it for, short description. Now, when it comes to the description, again, we want to focus on keywords. We want to go ahead and say, all right, let me go ahead and talk about what I did at this company that is directly related to my skill. So if you were, some, project manager, and now you're doing, let's say, Monday.com configurations for clients, well, you want to talk about that as a project manager at XYZ company. I spent 10 years or 5 years or whatever creating Monday.com interfaces and processes, blah, blah, blah. So even though you may have done a lot or something different at that job, just go ahead and put in what it's related to your profile, those experiences that clients can sit there and say, oh, well, that's when they learned how to do Excel or learn how to do programming or learn how to do whatever. So that's really the last things that you need to do on your profile. I hope you've been enjoying this.